Protecting ocean biodiversity is key to the health of our planet. Over the past 2 years, EarthEcho International's global network of youth leaders have led the charge to elevate youth leadership to advance what is known as 30 by 30, an effort to protect 30% of the global ocean by 2030 through the creation of marine protected areas. In December 2022, they joined thousands of delegates from around the world at the United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity COP15 meeting to advocate for the adoption of a global 30 by 30 target.
I'm really excited to be here representing EarthEcho and the 25 YLC representatives from around the world working on advocacy regarding the 30 by 30 goal and the creation of marine protected areas.
It's really energizing to see people from across the world all united with the same goal of protecting our oceans and our climate.
I'm super excited to be here representing EarthEcho's Youth Leadership Council and advancing the voices of youth advocates around the world, specifically in ocean and water protection, as well as giving a youth perspective on the 30 by 30 initiative.
So after getting our badges, we went straight to the Nature Positive Pavilion to do our panel.
And at this panel, we introduced EarthEcho International, our work with ocean conservation and mobilizing youth in that space. When we are talking about biodiversity, we cannot talk about that without talking about the oceans. And we got to meet some delegates from South Africa to the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. Then we went to the negotiations.
Yeah, so we got to see the behind the scenes of different countries negotiating the policies that they're going to put in place for the next 10 plus years, which is so exciting to be able to see.
I'm really grateful and honored to have the opportunity to be here in Montreal and also be here with such a supportive community. The biggest memory I would take out of this experience is how we need more youth at the table for both ocean conservation and the environmental movement as a whole.
I hope that we can bring more and more young people along in our delegations. We need the broad scope of knowledge, from people who've been doing COPs for many, many years to people who've been outside the process and need to be incorporated, to young people who have new ideas that we can take advantage of.
I don't get to interact a lot with people of this diverse perspectives because there are people truly from all around the world of different walks of life here. And regardless of if they actually have a voice when it comes to these negotiations, being able to speak to them one-on-one, I can feel my life trajectory shifting as my thinking is shifting. I learned so much about how to act around people and how to lead people so responsibly and with such humility and empathy. So thank you so much for just teaching us and teaching everyone around you.
The most powerful stories that I've heard have been about community-based restoration and conservation. People who know their communities best being able to take their own knowledge and be in charge of the way that they're taking care of the people around them and the nature around them.
It's been an incredible opportunity to see how this process works. Being one of the few young people and people under 18 here, it's been eye-opening to see, I guess, the lack of presence that youth have within these discussions, as well as the other underrepresented groups that are vital for the conservation efforts to be successful and sustainable for the future.
Youth are everywhere, but they are still not given seats at the table. And I'm really grateful for EarthEcho International to have given me that seat, because the issues we care about are different from the old generation. And we've seen that the environmental movement needs to be more durable and needs to have new voices.
COP15 concluded with the adoption of the historic Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, including a commitment to protect 30% of the global ocean by 2030. The work of our network of youth leaders has helped us reach this point and will be critical moving forward as we build the momentum for ambitious actions by all countries to achieve this vital goal.